Hello there guys, just going to go through 18.3 today. Now we're going to go through some special cases as we go through. So first one that we're going to look at is multiplying. Well, what's it mean if I have a square? Well, x squared just means we're multiplying by itself. That means we're going x plus 4 times x plus 4. So we then do what we just did on the previous lesson. So x times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. 4 times x is 4x. And then 4 times 4 is 16. Those are my like terms, so I add them together. And then write them like this. Now they're come through here. So we have this, so we go ahead and that's 3x plus 2y times 3x plus 2y. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 2 would be 6xy. 2y times 3x would be 6xy. I would keep these the same. If you did yx, then leave them yx. And then 2y times 2y would be 4y squared. Those terms are alike. They both have an x, they both have a y, they both have exponents of 1 on them. So 6 plus 6 is 12 xy, and then plus 4y squared. Come to this one, same thing, negative x plus 3 times negative x plus 3. Negative x times negative x is positive x squared. Negative x times, get rid of that, negative x times 3 is negative 3x. I always put the number first. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Again, my like terms. So negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6x plus 9. So there's our answer for it. Now, just want to go through these bottom ones, okay, just real quickly, because I want to show you something as you do it. So this is what it means every single time. We're multiplying. So we get x times x is x squared, x times negative 5 is negative 5x, negative 5 times x is negative 5x, and negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. Combine the middle two terms, gives me negative 10x plus 25. So I know it's kind of really repetitive going through this, so this would be 6x minus 1 times 6x minus 1. But I want to show you something in the end. 6 times 6 is 36x squared. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6x. Negative 1 times x, 6x is negative 1, or is negative 6x. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. These are my like terms, so it's 36x squared minus 12x plus 1. And then the last one, it's 4x minus 3y times 4x minus 3y. When I do this, so 4 times 4 is 16x squared, 4 times 3 is negative 12xy, negative 3 times 4 is negative 12xy, and then negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9y squared. I get my middle term, so 16x squared. Negative 12 minus 12 is negative 24xy plus 9y squared. Now, we have 6 examples here. What I would encourage you to do is, how does this relate to this up here? So how does our end result, okay, relate to our bottom one? So I'm just looking, like x, okay, if I look at it, if you see a pattern, then you can go through. Because there is a rule that you can always follow to simplify these quicker. So if you see it, if you see, hey, my two outside numbers, if I look at it, how do I go from x to x squared, from 4 to 16? And then look at your middle number. How does your middle number combine these two? So if you understand and see that pattern, take some time, write it down, email me and say, do I have it right? If we look at the other ones, okay, the other example is now we're going to multiply I really do encourage you to take some time because it'll save you time as you go through it. So if I go through this, I do the same thing. I'm not changing anything. X squared, x times negative 6 is negative 6x. 6 times x is 6x. And then 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Then I look at it. Hey, negative 6 plus 6, those cancel out. I'm just left with that. Same thing here. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. X squared times negative 2, x squared. Then x, so I multiplied that. Then x squared times negative 2 would be negative 2. X squared y. Okay. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Then 2y times x would be positive 2. X squared y. And then 2y times negative 2y is negative 4. Y squared. Once again, look at it. Negative 2x squared plus 2x squared y. So that cancels off, and I'm just left with x squared minus 4y squared. Then we go ahead. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times x is negative 7x. X times 7 is positive 7x. And negative x times positive x is negative x squared. Once again, negative 7 plus 7 cancels out. 49 minus x squared. Again, how does this relate to that? How does this relate to that? How does that relate to that? If you see a pattern that emerges, so look at, we're multiplying by the same two terms. The only difference is instead of addition and addition, or we have one positive, one negative, one positive, one negative, one positive, one negative. What does that do? So again, if you see the rule that emerges, if you see, hey, I can do it quicker this way, then go ahead and do it. If you don't, then go through it. It'll take a little bit longer, but you'll get it right every time.